I'm listening to the stream. I should turn that off.
Oops.
Hello.
That's a good point, actually. I need to mute this.
I was just trying to remember what music I had for it because I hadn't played it. I hadn't listened to it in a while. I wanted to make sure it wasn't something fucked I had to get rid of. But it was fine. Hello, everyone. I don't know how many of the viewers are you guys or other people. But yeah, so where were we? We were... Well...
In the shit.
Violet's probably watched it more recently than I have.
I have. We're in the shit.
Yeah.
Is where we are.
Do you want to do a brief recap for the benefit of all?
Oh, of like the whole thing? Not
No,
just the last 5 minutes?
Just the last 5 minutes is fine. If anyone wants to watch
Okay.
if anyone wants to recap of the whole thing, they can watch it on YouTube.
For the last 5 minutes, initially we went in as 3 separate entities to attempt to not have anyone know we were colluding. That has gone to shit, and now we're all upstairs. Half of us have given fake names, and our new pal Alice has claimed that she thinks she's seen Letizia before.
Oh yes.
Did she?
Yes.
Oh, she said, "Where have I seen you before?" I think
Yeah,
that was when your
or like you look familiar.
internet
Have
was
we
dying.
met before?
And then your power went out and we finished the stream.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's why you didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not even hear that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we were waiting for a response, and then we were like, "Oh no."
Yep, I did not even hear that, so I did not know that information. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder you were so calm.
Well, literally,
Yeah,
literally picking up from last week then.
Can't
Yeah.
meta game.
I'm not even sure if I uploaded that episode.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh, good.
I'm surprised I remembered the rewatch, considering I've been a mess all week. But yes, we're in the shit.
She said to Letizia, have I not where have I seen you before? Or have I seen you before? One of those. Do we want to go from there, Fen, or are you feeling blindsided?
I mean, it would be the same thing as me being blindsided from there because I don't go out. So I wouldn't know how anybody would know me unless you've been to a one of the princes like shit
a
or
Camarilla
whatever.
court, yeah.
It's your twin sister Frank.
So I probably would look genuinely surprised and be like, no, I guess I just have one of those faces.
She looks at you for a moment and then she sort of hums in agreement and says, I suppose so. Well, I don't want to keep you all here for too long. But if you are interested in... Well, answer me. Are you interested in staying here, in becoming fixtures in our burgeoning community?
I just need a place to lay low for a while.
Lay low, why? What have you done?
Remember I told her about my actually I just say me and my sire don't get along very well.
Understandable. Well, you're welcome to lay low here if you're also willing to pitch in.
I nod.
Does that go for the all of you, or do you speak for your...
I only speak for myself, I think. I'm trying not to get you guys in too much trouble.
Javier's already made it very clear that he is working with Victoria, but begrudgingly, and I think we've established that through various, eye contact and expressions that have gone completely unnoticed by Alice, if I recall my roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think essentially, yeah.
That's right. I didn't succeed a single roll last session.
Yeah,
No, you
last
really
session was
fucked up.
rough. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's fine. I lost $10. Or wait, what were they called? I'm forgetting the slang. A
Dollar
tenner?
Tenner?
bills?
Yeah.
A
tenner.
tenner.
A tenner. I lost a tenner.
It's still
So
$10, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Right,
still
but-
dollars.
I know.
They're
I know
still dollars. They're just
Like,
not U.S. dollars.
I know they're still dollars. I was just like, no, we use a specific term. I was like, right, it was a tenner.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she says, well, you all come here as a group, even if you were doing your best not to show it. I assume you're all acquainted in one way or another.
I wait to see the others' responses before I respond to that.
Tangentially.
Yeah, I would say circumstantially.
Well,
I know.
it's difficult to succeed like that.
Is this going to be another authority figure forcing us to be a coterie?
Love that.
Look, you want to escape that cycle? We become the authority figures.
Oh.
And then make other people into coteries.
Look at me. I make the coterie now.
Archie just going down the street making coteries of random groups of people. He's
He's like, you need a friend. Here.
yeah.
Government, what was it? Government assigned friendship.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, is anyone gonna say anything to that in character, or that you just kind of awkwardly
Archie will
shuffling your feet?
Archie will awkwardly shuffle his feet and nod.
Yeah, I think at this stage we're trying to play into the fact that she is our authority figure, so Victoria at the very least will want to hear her out before she makes any objections, if she has any.
I have no strict requirements of you beyond loyalty at the moment. I don't need you to do anything for me. I can't obviously give you domain until you've proven yourself worthy of holding it. But if you're interested in staying here and making this your home, then you can expect that I'll call on you, either individually or as a group, and that you will keep this place a secret amongst yourselves. Others know.
Sorry, one sec. Sorry.
Some know about this place. Others don't. And I prefer to be the one who decides who knows and who doesn't.
Archie says I can do that.
Which leads me to ask how you found out about it yourselves.
I smile a little bit and say I'm a Nosferatu.
Yes, you are.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I have my suspicions. Well, anyway, you're free to leave.
Alright, I immediately do.
The doors, yeah, she doesn't stop and go back to work. She just sits there and watches the group of you. So Archie leaves, and the rest of you, I'm assuming, are leaving or going to stay and stare, or...
I think our voice of reason is deafened and muted. Sorry.
Yeah, as soon as that happens, I would probably start getting the fuck out of there. I don't stare at anything.
You're all free
I'm
to
just
leave. You don't get stopped or waylaid on the way out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I might wave at my two new buddies. I believe their names were Tackle and Crow.
Yeah, that's right. They sort of give you like the nod of respectful nod.
They still seem relatively friendly. They don't seem sus.
Yeah, they seem friendly. I mean, they seem the same that they seemed before you went upstairs.
Okay.
Wait, but do I see the guy who said that Greg is fucked or whatever it was?
No, he's gone. You don't know where he's gone.
Yeah,
He's not outside.
I was gonna apologize to him.
No, he's gone.
Okay.
Did
So-
she just like let us walk out?
Yeah, she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Okay, cool.
She said you're free to go. She might call on you either individually or as a group. And she obviously expects you not to talk about her, meeting place area.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, you're all outside on the street again.
Do we maybe want to go into your car?
Yes, I think that will be for the best. Let's get away from here for now.
Yeah. The second we get in the car properly, like all the doors are closed and stuff, I just immediately start like apologizing frantically.
Oh boy, that's
What?
not necessary.
Okay, whoa.
Well, I think a little
why?
apology is necessary.
Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Before you keep apologizing, what did you actually do?
Yeah, that
I-
was going to
what-
be my next
like,
question.
What happened?
I went upstairs to try and like find out who Alice was and stuff, and when the thing happens in like the little voice in your head starts telling you to go like look for things or do things, and I needed to try, and I really really had to know who Alice was. And then I scared that guy, made him go downstairs, and I went inside her room, but she could see me. Even when I was invisible.
That's a shame. I'd already brokered a meeting with them tomorrow.
Archie's
Archie.
trying to explain what a compulsion is, I guess.
Oh,
I mean,
Archie,
you have to
Archie,
explain it to
Archie.
Javier.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, that's right. You gained hunger.
Yeah.
We.
Well,
God, what the fuck are we meant to do now?
I don't rightly
no.
know. I thought things were going pretty well until suddenly everybody got called up there.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
no, she immediately knew that we were all together, despite our trying not to make that obvious.
Did she know or did she guess and you told her?
I tried to say, I told her that I was with you and with Asher, but I didn't tell her about the other two, and she just kind of knew about them too. Or figured it out, I guess.
There's a lot of times where people make assumptions or guesses, and as long as you keep your mouth shut, they can only guess, and you don't prove them right.
well, I think we're past that point right now, right?
And
Either
just
way-
in the future, don't ever let someone know they're right. Always keep them guessing.
So,
Okay, I'll try.
what did we learn? Like, she is the one making the new vampires, right?
We
Yeah,
didn't
according to our-
confirm that.
Kindred, sorry.
Kindred. We didn't
According to our
confirm
new-
that, did we?
Yeah, I didn't.
According
don't
to our
think
new
we-
buddies, yeah, that's what they were saying.
Out of character. Did they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
implied it.
Well,
Okay.
they implied that there are new vampires. They didn't necessarily say they were cative or.
Yeah,
anything.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I asked if there were a lot of newcomers, and they said yeah, and it kind of basically, I forget the specific terms, but because we were doing a bunch of double speak, and they
Mhm,
were
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, and Alice is responsible, and
Yeah, that's
we need people for the cause.
So, if at least, let's say she's not. She's clearly okay with claiming credit for it.
She's at least one of the root causes, yes.
Yes.
So
That
does
she's
that
wanting to
help
know.
us?
She was trying to suss out if we were going to join her cause or if we were going to try to overthrow her.
Well, clearly. And now we have to keep up this facade that we're God-forsaken anarchs.
I
You're all
think we've been
godforsaken.
godforsaken a lot longer than
Yeah.
tonight.
Very funny.
He kind of chuckles.
Archie doesn't laugh. It's just a thing he said.
Like, what, ain't got experience working both angles?
There's...
Hmm.
I don't want to talk about it right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, this is not great.
No. If the prince thinks
Oh, good
we're
God.
not
My internet's
kidding,
being very bad.
if the sheriff thinks we're not kidding, if this isn't some kind of ruse, do you know how much shit we're going to be in?
I could
Quite a
talk to
bit.
I could talk to Simone. Tell her what's going on.
Mario just shrugs.
Simone,
Like, not in a I don't know way, but in a, it doesn't really matter to me if the prince hates me or not.
yes, figured. Simone might vouch for you, Archie, but we are strangers to her.
I think. Well, Letitia's not.
Letitia's not either. That is true.
I have no idea how, to be honest.
Oh, we're talking about Simone right now.
Oh, Simone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I owe her already.
I showed up in a box 3 nights ago, and for some reason, the Camarilla really, really wants me, so, if they wanted me dead, they would have already.
The
Hey,
thing
vampires
that
can die to fire, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Maybe we should... Archie wouldn't suggest this, I think, but we could just burn the place down.
Why the hell would we do that?
Well,
We,
Again, Archie's not gonna actually
No.
suggest that. I don't think he'd think about that.
Oh,
He's
yeah, sure as hell
Beastwood.
isn't. He's not going to literally burn
Yeah,
any
that's
of his
true.
bridges. He's been here 3 days.
Hey, just throwing this out there, but we're supposed to find the root cause of all these new Cambry popping up, right?
Mhm.
Well, and we're supposed we're supposed to be investigators with our little investigator hats on and everything. Well, I mean, there is one person we could investigate who we know is making people illegally.
What was the name that you said we should call him?
Shithead.
Yeah, shithead. So you're suggesting shithead?
I mean, he's already guilty of doing something wrong.
Aren't we also supposed to be snooping around with not necessarily shithead, but shithead's boss?
Actually, our friend the operator said that I should ask you, Archie, about Richmond. Said it was something in connection to him.
1 second.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. I can just tell you.
Yeah.
About that being a stronghold for the Bruja, but they're not. The Bruja, they're nominally Camarilla. Like they they have a primogen, but they are very much their own thing. To the point where it's pretty much public knowledge for you at least, and Letizia as well, that the prince doesn't get along with them, and that their primogen is essentially a kind of a prince in his own right of the domains that he has, because he for all of the the attention and that he pays for to to the prince and doing what the prince says. So yeah, that's what you would know about Richmond. And Richmond's like his domain, and it has been
Yeah.
since before you return.
Yeah, that's a guy that's been around for like a long ass time, isn't it?
Yeah, since the 20s.
Yeah. Squizzy Taylor. Yeah, that
Yeah.
motherfucker. Yeah, I tell you that.
I do want to say before all this, Victoria definitely would have like pulled the car out of the car park and just like taken a meandering route, not like going anywhere, but just so they're not stationary.
I can pop heightened senses and keep an eye on all the mirrors and make sure we're not being followed.
Oh, they have a Nosferatu that can go invisible as well, like me. So if we could have
I still have Sense the Unseen on,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, you don't see anyone sneaking about, and I won't make you roll for it because there's. Yeah, if I say you don't see anybody and I don't ask you to roll, you can just generally assume that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Just
not like-
no one's tailing the car, basically.
I just have a personal issue with making people roll just to keep them guessing because it makes you want to roll like every 10 minutes and then it just becomes yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I appreciate that. There is one thing that makes me a bit suspicious of our interaction with Alice. I really barely go out. I am a very secluded and seclusive kindred in my own right. And it would make sense why a lot of you have, if you, I personally never met you, Archie.
Yeah, I mean,
But we're both reclusive in our own ways, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
It was odd that she said that she recognized me, considering I barely attend the mandatory prince meetings, if you may. So I found that a bit odd.
How long have you been in Australia?
About 8 years.
Okay. Because she seems like she's been around for a long time.
Do I maybe remember her being part of the Camarilla?
Oh, you would have. Actually, you know what? Give me a what should it be? So like, give me like an.
Oh.
Can you just give me like a flat intelligence roll?
I guess I need to change my notes about Letizia. I have written down that she was sent to Australia in the 50s as a ghoul.
No, I was living in Italy and helping the main branch of the family there, and then this is my quote unquote the proving, you know? I'm kinda on
Yeah.
my own.
Hmm.
Yep. The proving. Okay, wait. Where is it?
Okay.
Intelligence.
Changing
No.
those notes, because that is definitely wrong, and I don't know how I got that.
Difficulty. I have 3 dice, so I don't know.
Oh, the difficulty. 2.
Two?
Put it at 2. 2. 2's good. Oh God.
Oh my
Ew. We're in a car.
It honestly was kind of impossible to, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
That's not
It's fine.
I-
It's fine.
No, I think I tell you what. I don't think it's like for trying to remember something. I don't think it's possible for a bestial failure. That's just my take on the matter. I'll say you don't recall. Like maybe you saw someone like that, but you can't rightly recall. But it's annoying because you can't also rule it out. It's one of those things.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like. But yeah, ignore the bestial failure part of it because I just don't think that's a. I don't think that's a thing that you would necessarily have a best or failure for your memory.
Okay, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I'm like, you just see me like literally put my hand, like my head in my hands and like try to remember really hard. Maybe I saw something
Uh,
like that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Out of curiosity, something might be easier to be remembering. Uh, so the operator told you something, and he points to Astrid. The operator told me something. Anybody else get told anything? I honestly just thought it was kind of trying to undermine any confidence we've established amongst one another, but maybe there's something else to this.
The operator just told me the location of the place, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Just make sure I wasn't misremembering anything. Yeah, I just say he only told me about the bar.
He only told me that I would have to convince you people to murder some folks.
Yeah, so my theory's starting to hold water. Cause you see, what he told me was, whoever I was supposed to go to, would have eaten me.
Oh, that's not very nice.
And, well, where I was supposed to be going, wasn't the Camarilla.
And the Anarchs wouldn't have eaten you?
I'm just trying to figure out what's true and what's not. No offense, I don't trust anybody. Not yet.
Archie looked sad.
Well, I mean, that sure. I mean, yeah. But so how do we go? Where do we go from here? Because it sounds like we're in a bit of a pickle.
We could go ask Simone if she knows who this Alice person is. Simone's been around a while, and this Alice person she was wearing pretty old clothes.
Yeah, but I think she made it pretty clear last time that any new information is not going to be free. Well, out of character. That is correct, right? Like she did imply that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not
She
in the business of giving information for free.
maybe because she might not know who the leader of the Anarchs in this, like who she might not know about Alice, so she might accept that as information, and then she can tell us more about her.
But if she doesn't know who Alice is, how will
Well,
she have
I'm
more
more
information about Alice?
okay. I'm gonna say it out of character.
Yeah.
I more meant like she might not know that Alice is the one that's in charge of the
Okay.
like Anarchs in the New Barony. I
Oh,
don't think
well,
anything that Simone said implies that she knew that.
weren't
I
you
can't
just
remember.
saying you wanted to lay low somewhere? At least that's what you told her.
That is what I told Alice, yeah, because I couldn't think of anything else.
And then you left in the car with us.
When I said lay low here, I meant like in the New Barony, not in that particular building. But I don't know if
So the way I figure is if we want to know more about the operation, we might as well just ask.
I guess, yeah. Did any of you know what clan she was? Because I couldn't tell.
No.
I
You
tried.
said she could see you?
Mhm.
Yeah, she could see you,
I can see you too.
so that could
Oh.
be a number.
Yeah. It's not the most
Unfortunately.
telling
Doesn't.
detail, unfortunately.
So
Yeah.
I've
are
been
you
told folks from my clan can learn how to do that shit. I just don't know how yet.
I don't think he was a Tory. I don't think she was a Tory at all. Just she doesn't seem like it to me, but I don't know.
Do I seem like one?
No, but she also she seemed to care more about traditions and stuff than you do. She wouldn't call me Archie.
Oh, that's right. She didn't want to refer to anyone by nicknames, but that could
Yeah.
be anything. I don't know. I've met a wide spectrum of Toreador, and none of them fit a standard.
Well, I've not met many. Anyway, what do we want to do? That's Nick out of character because I've got no idea.
So what are our
Well,
options? We can try going back to Simone. We could go see if the sheriff wants to talk to us.
Oh, maybe.
Because, I mean, she is who we report to directly.
I would say definitely reporting at least the general feel that we got from this interaction, at least that we found possibly one of the main problems. I think that's still good information.
Yeah.
Perhaps we
and
keep the location close to our heart. You know, keep our cards close on that one.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't share it with anybody.
After all, if someone else knows the location, then we're out of job, aren't we?
Is that a bad thing? Being out
No,
of this
you
job?
guys didn't want to, off anyone.
Yeah, I would like to be out of this job.
It's like, I'd like to be out of this country, but let's be real, I'm not sure if that's something I can do without leaving this world.
Hmm.
Not right
Going
now.
to space.
No, I'm pretty sure we're all going the opposite direction, buddy.
Aw.
Okay, back on track. We can see Simone. We can see the sheriff. We could.
I think if we're gonna see both of them, we should see Simone first, because once we tell the sheriff, Simone will know.
Oh, yes. But my concern with Simone is that
I'm not saying we have to go see Simone. I'm just saying if we're seeing both, it should be Simone first.
I'm just trying to put out options. I don't know what to do. We could pivot and try to investigate Astrid's shithead. Or I suppose we could lay low in the general area for a little bit and try to dig up more information. But for right now, we seem to be spinning our wheels.
We could. You have. Oh, wait, maybe that meeting won't happen anymore.
I do believe it would be in our interest to report back and let, the interested parties know that what we're doing, because disappearing for a while might be seen in poor ways, if you know what I mean. And we don't want to give the wrong idea. So I do believe that it would be better to check in. I think from what I have seen and known about our sheriff, she seems to know how to handle the quirks of our prince. So I believe she would have the decency of knowing what to say and what to not say for now, in case she is prompted to, let the prince know what we're up to.
That's a good idea.
If that makes sense.
I think maybe we should go see the sheriff.
Would it be prudent to, and I am only saying this not because I want to cut any of you wonderful people out, but since Archie, Astrid, and Javier have all claimed quite freely that they wish to stay, and she air quotes, and I have informed Alice that I am from the city, would it be prudent for me to go and deliver this information and for you lot to stay here?
That's smart, I think. That's a good idea.
Otherwise, it might look like we are spies.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we go around the block a couple times and we say I needed a bite to eat. And then you drop me back off and I'll just I can stay there. It doesn't matter to me. And one less person on your couch.
Oh,
Very
that is
well.
a thing we're gonna need to figure out where we're staying for the day.
Mm.
I would prefer to go back to the city myself. I am expecting news.
Yeah, well, as we came into the bar together, I think she could probably assume that we had prior knowledge. We look like city people, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of that, maybe we
Oh.
should do something about that next time we go off investigating undercover. And he's kind of like gesturing to like Letizia and Victoria.
But Archie's Chewbacca costume is fine.
Yeah, Archie's Chewbacca costume is fine. Well, it wasn't as if we knew where we were going prior
Yeah.
to already being here, Javier.
But now we do. So I said next time.
Okay.
I mean, what would that read as, though? Us trying to not be what we have been presenting ourselves as? I feel that is even more suspicious.
Oh, I
Is
meant
it
if we
not?
wanted to go gallivanting about in shitheads territory.
Oh, well, yeah. I thought that the shithead was in the city, though. Was it not?
Yes, but he's Bruja.
Correct.
I think that means he could punch a hole in our chest very easily if he wanted to.
I believe he's trying to imply that we should dress down, blend in with the common folk.
That might not.
Javier just like does that like one half smirk smile at her having to stumble on that word.
I think I think Javier, Astrid, and I think we look for a place to stay in the new barony, and then you and Letizia, Victoria, you guys go back into the city and talk to the sheriff.
Very good.
Actually, I kind of had plans back in the city, so probably gonna go with them. That's not
okay.
too much of an inconvenience.
Oh, it's okay.
That's fine. I mean, I'm quite literally homeless, so I'm not even lying.
That should be all right. I'll come up with an excuse. Should Alice ask about it later?
Like I said, we went around the block and found a bite to eat that wasn't in her territory because I feel like that'd be awful rude.
Yes, very rude.
Well, also, like, do we really have to explain ourselves so far? Like, she's made it pretty clear she's not expecting anything of us just yet.
Well, the key here is don't provide explanations unless you're asked of them.
Mm-hmm.
What you do is your
Correct.
business. You don't always gotta have an excuse for why you went and did what you did.
Okay. So yeah, what are we doing in?
I guess we're splitting up.
Splitting up again? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, okay. My only question is, when are we gonna go talk to either the sheriff or Simone? Because it's
what's the
sounding like not
time?
tonight. Like it's sounding like it's not tonight.
No, it's late, right?
Yeah, it's getting late. I would say, yeah, you've only got maybe a couple more hours of darkness to burn.
Oh, I thought it was like close to midnight when we were at the club.
Yeah, well, I would say you were there for a little while.
And it's summer. Early sunrise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And usually a sheriff has to be like contacted before. You can't just go up and walk into a
And
sheriff's office.
and it's also one of those things where like the closer you get to dawn, the less people want to have like meetings and stuff because they don't want to.
Yeah.
They don't want to get like people usually want to be in their haven like an hour or two before the sun actually comes up. Yeah, just for the sake of safety.
Well,
Alright,
if there aren't any
so-
objections, guess you can drop the two of us off and you three We'll find somewhere to crash and we'll sort this out tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
If you need to get into contact with me, and she'll take out a little piece of paper from somewhere within her car, and she'll drop down the home phone number she has, and she'll give it to Javier, and say
He's going to very. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
and say, payphone only, no suspicious language, just location, if anything happens. Understood?
He's like, "Oh, I wasn't born yesterday." He just kind of smirks and he's like, "But thank you for your number." He's definitely just being facetious. Not even like,
Yeah.
not even like mean. Just he's just picking at you.
Mm-hmm.
What is that word? Friendly
Let's go.
antagonism.
You're hilarious, as always. Archie, keep an eye on him. He's a bit flaky today.
I know.
Archie was
Okay,
in the
good.
car when we had that conversation.
I'm just reminding him. Archie's had a long evening.
Yeah.
Archie's totally going to be able to. Archie, I turn invisible at the first sign of danger is definitely going to
Look.
be able to do something.
Look, she keeps trusting Archie, and so far it hasn't paid off. But eventually, a broken clock strikes twice. So one of the times he's got to work.
Yeah.
Look, it'll be fine.
It hasn't paid off, but it hasn't not paid off either.
Yeah, and Javier's also going to be like, "I hope you don't mind me calling collect."
It's fine. And she'll drop him off at a nice street corner.
Okay, so we'll split up there. I think we'll go with the majority of the group for the first half. So Astrid, Victoria, and Leticia, you're heading back to the city. Are you going to attempt to contact the sheriff, or are you going to go straight home and spend the day asleep first, or are you going to try and get some little bits done?
I would say Victoria would like to try to contact the sheriff to at least arrange a meeting for tomorrow.
Yeah, I
if
agree with
possible.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she'll leave that to Letizia because they seem to already know each other fairly well.
Yeah. Well, Leticia, you know the method for this sort of thing. Is there's a club like a gentleman's club, but like not in the salacious way, like an actual like old English style gentleman's club in one of the alleys in the city. Very exclusive sort of thing, you know. Only, you know, very very exclusive on who they let in. But you know that the doorman there is sort of the person that you talk to when you want to see the sheriff. You ask them if Miss Lee is in, and then they'll generally give you instructions. So that's something you could potentially do on your way back. You'd have to sort of skip past where your home is, but it's maybe like a 5-minute drive.
Okay.
If you want to do that, but it doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on the way and it wouldn't take too long, it would probably be worth it. At least dropping by, leaving a message, letting the sheriff know that we need to meet because we have updates.
Yeah.
And then having her contact us. So yeah, I would totally do that. Stop at the club, talk to the guy.
Yeah.
Pass the message, and wait for a call. I'll give, if needed, like a card of like my private number within like the mortuary house.
Yeah, he takes it and sort of puts it away in his pocket. And he just sort of nods like, that's how it goes. You know, you've put the message out there. Now you just need to wait for them to get back to you. Yeah, so you've got a maybe 2 hours, an hour and a half before dawn. Are you gonna? Oh, I mean, Victoria would have to drop you off, and then Astrid had something to do as well. Astrid, what did you want to try and do your thing
She was just gonna see if she has enough time to try to eat something.
Yeah, I mean, she could certainly visit the clinic. It'd be closed by now, but she has a key to get in.
Let's see. But would there be anything I could actually eat if it's closed?
Potentially, because their pickup's in the morning, and they take it away to do all the fractionating and preservation. So during the evening, it's sort of in a thing that keeps it moving, which you could potentially drink from if you really wanted to.
Yeah, it's still the same thing as like whenever I was offered the blood bag. It's like they didn't give me express permission, so she's probably not going to do that then.
I do have mesmerize.
That's not consent.
Yeah, I could just get them in the building.
Oh,
Hey, go in there. Okay.
I'm waiting for you to. Isn't mesmerize a rouse check too?
Yeah, I just
get hungrier.
all my fellas, I gotta help them get a blood point back at least once, at my own expense.
So are you going to go with Victoria's plan, or are you going to just leave it for now?
Yeah, Victoria will mention that and be like, I could get him in the door if you think you can convince him.
I'll wait. I'll try tomorrow.
Coward. All right.
How hungry is everyone at this point?
I've got 2 dots of hunger.
Yeah, I've only got 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little snack from my fridge.
You can reduce yours by 1, Leticia, because you'll have your blood bags when you get back.
Nom 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 nom. Dead blood bags.
Okay. So, yeah, you three eventually make your way back to your havens, and then we sort of roll back an hour or so to Archie and Javier standing on the street corner as they watch the car like disappear down the street.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we will make our way back to that place.
Yeah. That place was like where we had the call from the operator. Would we be able to sleep in? Well, yeah, sleep in there tonight, or is it like too run down? Like
it seemed fine. It had like a roller shutter and stuff that went over the windows to the front. And it was full of like rotten spilt milk and stuff. The only problem is you haven't really like tested it. It seems like it would hold up, but it's one of those things that it seems like it would hold up, but you'd probably have to get another look at it. You'd have to get another look at it to really like judge it.
Javier will remind Archie that we were told we could stay at Alice's bar. It's just that, we might have to do something.
Right.
Alice meant the domain, not the bar.
Yeah, that's what
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
I mean, you could take it as it depends how you took it. It sound but yeah, she did sort of voice it as her domain rather than
how about
herself.
If my 2 buddies are still there, we could always see, where they're staying. They seem to know about a lot of new folks and newcomers, and Javier did refer to himself as a newcomer.
Okay. Is that safe? Can we trust them?
It's like, well, can we trust what's left of the building? Otherwise, my usual go-to is a hotel bathroom.
Oh.
But I'm broken. I don't even know if you carry money.
I don't really, but I can sneak in.
That doesn't work when, they come in the next morning to clean the room and they open the door and find corpses.
That's true. They don't like corpses. Right, yeah, we sleep during the day.
Archie's like, right, people are awake during the day.
Yeah, right, okay.
How about we see if we can find somewhere to stay, and if not, we'll go with the hotel idea, and maybe I can borrow some funds from somebody who's still out this late, and maybe a few 2 cups into their booze.
Okay.
Basically, he's suggesting we either talk to the Anarchs about if there's a place to crash, or we find someone who's really had a good night and we steal their wallet.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'll rob a bitch. I have 2 dots in larceny. Let's go.
It's not a super wealthy area, so there's no one like rolling around in like, you know, with a wallet full of money, being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm so rich." Not that's super obvious to you anyway.
We'll find someone that won like on the pokies that night.
Okay, well you could probably find like a pokies venue.
Wait.
For our American people, it's like poker machines, like the slot machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I would
right.
say just find someone who's incredibly trashed, who is like just flaunting a little too much about how they won.
So okay, so you're gonna go looking for a guy that's looking well off. I'm guessing there is a
Yeah.
pokies
I guess-
venue sort of near, like a pub, like a pub with like a late night pokies sort of lounge for people with serious problems. And you do see a guy, like middle-aged guy with like, you know, his cheeks and nose are really like flushed red. He's sort of balding, and he's got like big mutton chop sideburns from like a different, you know, the previous era, and he's kind of like you can see him through like the glass window looks into the pokies venue, and he's got like a cup that seems to be full of coins, and he's like pouring it into a metal tray, and the clerk who's like got bags under her eyes and looks like she hasn't slept in days is sort of counting it out and turning it into cash, and you can see this from outside where you're sort of loitering. And not long after he sort of comes out, and he's tucking like notes into his he's wearing like a button down shirt with short sleeves, and he's sort of tucking notes into the breast pocket, and you know it's a thin enough, you know, material that you can clearly see like the faces printed on the notes through his pocket, as he sort of comes out, and he's like fumbling around for his keys, and he's in his pants pocket. He's like, "Oh, come on, you bastard!"
Is he like obviously drunk as well?
Oh, he's wasted.
Okay, cool.
So Javier will very quietly lean over to Archie and be like, "You want to take this one, or should I?"
I was gonna try and get Rat for you to do it.
Kind of snorts.
I don't know that Rathew is like, you know, I think that's a bit of D&D thinking on your part.
Yeah, probably.
You know, let me show you how it's done. If you're not sure.
Okay. I will use Cloak of Shadows while I watch, just in case.
So you go. You want to use
and
Cloak
that's
of Shadows, or just the one where you sort of sit? Is Cloak of Shadows?
Yeah, Cloak of Shadows is the one that doesn't require
Unseen
a rouse
Presence
check.
is the one where you walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
It's the Spider-Man meme with the 2 different Spider-Mans,
Yeah.
and you're watching Javier work.
So you sort of fade out of view, disappear from view, and Javier, you're approaching this guy, and he doesn't see you till you're like, are you sort of walking right up to him, or are you trying to sneak up on him?
I'm gonna try the whole, you know, bump, watch where the fuck you're going, and maybe look scary enough that he just doesn't want to fuck with me, and just goes to hurry and not realize that maybe his wallet's missing.
Okay, so you're gonna, he sort of he does. Yeah, I'd say that's easy enough. That I think that'd be that's what larceny's for, isn't it? Larceny is
yes.
Yeah, so give me a dexterity larceny roll, because you're trying to like bump him and pull money out of his breast pocket at the same time.
Yep.
and he's
Alright.
he's sort of walking, and he's not really paying attention to you. So I'll give you a +1 to that because he's drunk and not paying any attention to you whatsoever.
Cool. So, a plus
Lord,
1.
please don't get a bestial failure.
Difficulty what?
3 because it's it's not like an average sort of thing. You're actually trying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to steal his car or I'd get a bonus, but...
Yeah. He doesn't carry his car in his pocket. No.
No. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's only 2.
I mean, at least it wasn't bestial.
No, but I can willpower reroll. Those 3 I can reroll.
Yeah. You want to do a willpower reroll? Go ahead.
Yeah, I do.
Those 2 successes remain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the difficulty is still 3.
Yeah.
Rude.
Okay, so he like you sort of, body bump into him, and
They do have the sunglasses up.
Yeah, and he sort of the way he kind of goes to move, like jump out of the way in a way you weren't expecting, and then he feels your hand sort of against his chest, and he sort of slaps at it and like stumbles back to the wall and goes, hey, what the fuck's your problem?
What the fuck's your problem?
You fucking trying to touch me up, eh?
Maybe I do want to activate Cloak of Shadows now and just try and pickpocket him while he's arguing with you.
Well, I would say it'd be very difficult because he's got his hand
Okay.
over the pocket with the money now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's like, why are you fucking touching me, mate?
All
What's your
right,
problem?
so plan B. This is awful. Plan B. I've got a knife and 3 dots in intimidate.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna demand that he hands over his wallet and no one has to get hurt.
All right. Well, give me a manipulation intimidation roll.
Fucking hell.
All right.
I'll give you a +1 for the knife, and it'll probably be. But I want to keep the difficulty at 3 because he's incensed. He's incensed about you grabbing his boob.
Yeah. Let's see. No. Yes, I do get a modifier because of the nicotine thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if stunning counts here.
I don't think so. No.
He did think I was trying to fill him up. No.
Yeah. Yeah, but also, like, I think attractiveness only works in a situation where attractiveness would work. Like, if someone was, like, really beautiful but also holding you at knife point, you'd probably be less inclined to listen to them. Because
I don't
of
know,
their
some people
beauty.
are into that.
Yeah, well, maybe this guy is, but it's not. He's forgotten.
Yeah. But I do at least get my bonus for the
Nicotine.
high functioning addict. And the difficulty is still 3.
Yep.
Okay, let's try this again.
Another willpower?
Yep.
How's your willpower going?
I have 5.
Alright. I'm not questioning your choice to use it. I'm just asking.
Better!
Hey.
Hey!
I'm really fucking tired
Yeah.
of tonight, and I just fell
Yeah.
all that into just how
So
I
you
just
just
want to go to fuck.
you just demand the money from him.
Yeah, I just pull out a knife and basically it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we have to guess we're doing this the hard way.
He's like, so you actually asked for the money though, because right now he's just sort of thinking you're trying to touch him.
Yeah, no, I pull out the knife and I'm just gonna be like, alright, we tried doing this the easy way, doing this the hard way, hand over wallet. Fuckhead.
So he keeps his hand over his pocket full of money and pulls his wallet out and hands it to you. Inside the wallet's about $10 and his ID and a membership card for the bar that he was at.
So instead I'll just continue to brandish the knife and be like, how fucking stupid do you think I am? And gesture towards the oh, I lost the word pocket
He's like,
with the money.
He's like, how stupid are you? And then he sort of relents and takes the money out of his pocket and hands it over.
If I was like, "Hey Archie, watch how this is done," and I fucking threaten a man.
He's like, I'm gonna fucking call the police on you, you bastard.
And so
no,
I'm just going
this is all a
to.
dream.
No, I was gonna say I actually do have compel, and so I'm going to. That would have made more sense to do instead of threatening him. But you know what? We're here. So instead, he's just going to do the lower the sunglasses to make eye contact and use compel to just be like, "You're not calling the cops."
He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm not calling them. Good night. And he sort of turns around and walks off towards his car.
God. That's okay. Archie doesn't have to know how bad of a fumble that was.
Yeah, no.
It's like, it's all right that you touched my tit. I'm going now. Bye bye.
Yes. Archie waves at him despite being invisible.
All right, how much did I get here?
I would say you got about $100 in like
Oh, cool.
$20 notes.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna go back to where I last remembered seeing Archie.
Oh, I once he's gone, I would go visible again anyway.
And I split the stack in half and hand half to him and go, "We keep this between us."
I nod.
You can't split it in half. It's 20s.
He gives me the
Who
smaller
gets the
half.
majority? Yeah.
One of those 20s will just be tucked away, and I will give that to the church later because I was bad.
All right. Okay, so yeah, you've got enough. You've got money. It's probably enough for a night at a a shitty hotel.
Yeah, we don't particularly need a good one.
Yeah. Also, the exchange rate. I was assuming, or of time. I'm assuming that it's you have enough to afford like a room or 2 rooms if you want.
I don't think we need 2 rooms. That seems a little like ridiculous. Considering we're probably going to be crashing like on the bathroom floor because we got to make sure we have somewhere with no windows.
Okay.
It will be very funny. Be like, oh, one. Actually, I'll just go. I can just follow you in while invisible.
I mean, they only charge per room, not per person.
Oh, that's true. Don't they? Look. Yeah.
Besides, a place that's probably cash only, no questions asked is probably better anyways.
They assume you'll be out in like 2 hours anyway.
And I'm going to make it very clear that we will have a do not disturb sign on. Or that I will have a do not disturb sign.
T. Okay, so the sun rises and you all fade away into your deathly, dreamless sleep. Except for Astrid, who once again sees a strange, sort of blood-tinged vision just as she drifts off to sleep. And it's from the perspective of someone that isn't you. And they're sort of sitting on the hood, the bonnet of a car, and there's another man across sort of standing in the parking lot, and he has an X tattooed on his chest, and you recognize him instantly as the man from the docks. And he says to you, well, what else do you know about it? And you say, that's it. That's all I know. And then you're asleep again. And you're waking up the next day in Victoria's apartment.
But
Sorry, the next evening. Oh yeah, go on, Leticia. Yeah.
before I go to bed, can I do a rouse check for a chicky premonition moment?
Sure. What are you trying to see? Is there anything specifically you're focusing on that you want to get, you know, premonitions about? Or do you just want a general?
I kind
View
of
of the
want
future.
to, well, because like we're already following something, and this is like, I guess it's a personal thing. I kind of want to see if I can like cribe on my fucking sire. Or like the future or something, if he's even still here with us. I don't know. I don't know any of this. Fuck.
All right. Yeah. If you
Yeah,
spend
it's just a rouse check and then a resolve plus aspect.
Okay. Is there a standard difficulty for it?
The more I get, like, I think
Okay.
the more I have, the better it is,
Okay.
if that makes sense,
Well,
or
so
the
yeah.
clearer.
Yeah. So I say just make it a 2 then, and then I'll just give you something regardless of how many successes you get.
Okay. Let me breathe. Rouse check. Hello, where are you at? Here you are. Succeeded. Yeah.
Yay.
And then resolve plus awesome. Oh. Ooh.
So this vision comes to you fairly clearly as you kind of ruminate on it after you sort of have your evening blood bag. You find yourself climbing down over like dirt and broken ceramics and brickwork. And at first it's confusing. It feels like you're sort of climbing out of a grave, but then you sort of realize you're actually going down instead of up. And you recognize this as the pit in the house where you found the ritual. And as you come down and you sort of land on the floor, you take a silver like flask out of your bag that you're carrying with you, and this is all from your own perspective, and it feels like you're there, and you coat the bottom of you sort of sit down and coat the bottom of your feet with the substance from this flask, which is sort of like a dark, like inky black tinged with red. And doing that, you scoop up 2 of the coins off the ground in that room, and you hand one to another person who you can't make out. They're like in your peripheral vision and they're blurred and you can't really see who it is. And you sort of grab their hand, which is cold like yours, sort of put the coin in their hand, and then when you walk forward, you find yourself sort of passing through almost like a wall of like cold mist, and and on the other side, you're in that street that you saw, the street that was like a mixture of things from things that were from long past and things that
Right.
still
The
exist.
vision that I had
Yeah.
when I was down there, right?
Yeah, and there's a man who you instantly recognize by his silhouette as Donato, and he has his back to you, and you approach him and place your hand on his shoulder and turn him to face you. But as he turns to face you, his features are gone, and instead he looks like a mummified sort of corpse, completely bereft of any kind of moisture. Like the eyes are sunken and the lips have curled back to expose his teeth, and his hair, which is usually like very thick and well maintained, is now just like graying strings. And in that moment, you are sort of wrenched out of the vision, and you find yourself alone in your chambers,
Wrenched
your quarters.
out.
Yeah.
Out,
Yeah.
crying blood at this point, I
Yeah.
guess. Okay. Great. Thankfully, vampires don't dream. I am just gonna, I guess, at a certain point, be too weak to stay up and pass the fuck out.
It's the next evening. The sun has. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, did Astrid stay with Victoria or in her room at?
She would have stayed with Leticia.
Oh,
'cause
Look, you got
she
your
has
whole
her room.
apartment back.
yeah.
I know, it's delightful.
Well, there you go.
The tub is awful, and Javier's not there to clean it.
Yeah.
Victoria, do you spend like an hour just like skipping in circles in your living room?
Yeah. She's just,
Yeah.
luxuriating in all the space she has again.
You can put on your records and
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. She probably takes the time to like write a little letter to her sire now that she's in private and like sends it off. It's like, oh, so good. I don't have to have anyone breathing down my neck.
With a big feathery quill because she
Yeah.
pretends she's like 1,000 years old. Yeah. Okay. So
I think Archie wakes up before me.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna make a rouse check, right?
Oh, get everyone to make a rouse check is what I'll do.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to make a rouse check.
Come on, Archie, you can do it this time.
You're all doing well.
Hey, he did it!
Yeah.
Yay. Everyone is.
No, not a willpower reroll. Wrong button. There we
Oh
go.
yeah,
rouse
I
check.
have a
Ah! Now I have to
Do
make
I
another check.
get the?
Well, rip.
I had a. I
just like
used
the
willpower
sound.
last session to reroll. Do I like? Does that go away or?
Uh,
There's only the.
there is this mechanic for healing willpower. Give me a second and I'll try and remember it. By which I mean.
Isn't it
It's-
1 per day?
Yeah. I think
No,
so.
it is superficial
Um,
willpower because I actually just looked that up. Is
Your composure or resolve, whichever's the highest.
yes.
Oh, that's so nice. Fuck yeah. I think the old
My
V20
resolve.
was 1 a day. 1 per long rest.
Yeah.
My resolve is 4.
Okay.
It's
so
my
you-
highest stat.
Yeah. So yeah, you recover that.
Cool.
And so unless it's aggravated, and I think that's the same for you, Javier.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's see. Difficulty 5. Oh, goody. That's not that is not a success, but it's not a bestial or crit.
Yeah.
So that's good.
There you go.
So, you know, same as the yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, so what we'll start with well, Victoria, what are you going to do? Because as you're sort of preparing for the evening, I don't know how long your preparations take. But you do get a phone call while you're preparing. Your phone starts ringing, the main line.
Perfect. She'll pick it up. There could be multiple people that it could be, so she's pretty prompt in picking it up. Good evening.
There's sort of a silence for a moment, and then you hear the sheriff's voice saying you left a message.
Yes, we did. Astrid, I, and Leticia are back in the city from our excursion to the newfound barony, and we have some information that we thought was prudent to tell you,
Yes.
while the other two are still within the barony, digging for more.
Okay. Meet me at your warehouse on Coody Island.
Delightful. Thank you very much.
Click. And that's you've got that, Victoria. And then I think the camera will sort of blur and then come to Archie and Javier in their hotel room.
Javier is doing his makeup in the shitty mirror. I don't know what Archie's doing. Archie's been up for a whole hour.
Archie, I think, is gonna be. I was gonna say Archie's gonna go looking for some food, but after last time, I think he's gonna wait for Javier to wake up before he goes looking for food. Archie's
Suddenly
about to
realizing how
leave.
lonely it is when you're the only one waking up early.
Archie's used to
Javier's
this.
just a corpse on the floor. There's like a towel stuffed in the door of the bathroom. Like stuffed under the crack in the bottom.
How low quality is this?
It's like, you know how you'd find like a motel, like, you know, like a motor inn or something that you'd find,
Yeah.
like, sort of in regional Victoria. It's kind of like that.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
it's
Because
like
I'm gonna go looking for rats.
Yeah. Nothing is. It's not. It's clean, but it's not like, you know, everything is like outdated by.
Ah, okay.
a
So
decade.
maybe no rats.
Yeah, but then again, remember, you have the ability to bring rats,
I do have the ability to.
and you
bring
have
rats.
Rathu, who is an instant, tasty snack to bring your.
Yeah, but I'm not
your
eating
hunger down.
Rathu.
Please
He
don't
is.
put holes in our shelter before the sun goes down.
I do, after all, have animal succulents.
Yeah, you do have animal succulents.
Like, all I can think of is Javier had made such care in making sure like any like cracks in the doors or anything were like covered up to make sure the sun doesn't come in, and he's been worried this whole time that Archie's gonna immolate us.
Victoria was right to keep him in the bathroom. Just saying.
Archie remembers that and does not open the bathroom door and just waits.
I'd be waking up real fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just wait
tell
for
them to come
Javier
into
to
the
wake up.
vents.
Yeah.
He told you could listen to music
Yeah.
while he was asleep, but if anything happens to those tapes, he's beheading you.
Fair
And
enough.
he says it in a way that sounds like he means it.
I'm not gonna risk it.
You put like the Walkman on the other side of the room. And then
Yeah.
I mean, it also has the radio.
Oh, true. I'll put
That's
the
what it is. He
radio on.
let you borrow the Walkman, but he kept the tapes.
Are you gonna try and get? I don't know. I didn't understand. Nikki, are you trying to get something to eat, or are you just gonna kind of?
No, I'm waiting for Javier to wake up.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I think once we
Eventually,
both wake up, we both want something to eat.
Mhm.
well, yeah. Eventually, the hour sort of does pass, and you're both awake.
Oh, fucking hell.
Archie's sitting there listening to the radio.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've listened to the radio.
Mm-hmm. I imagine that he's like listening to it way too loud.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, he tries to say something, he hears nothing, and he just goes over and taps him on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah, I turn around like, oh, hi.
I'm starving. What about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry.
And then smash cut to the fixing my face in the shitty mirror. Because I don't want to have to rouse check to look like a person.
Well, how are you gonna deal with your hunger issues? What's your plans?
I am going because I can use my animalism to like bring animals to me, but that might cause me to get even more hungry. So first, I'm just gonna go looking for them. I'm gonna go look for some rats.
Well, there is a role for hunting with your farmer.
Yeah, I need to. Where is farmer written on my character sheet? There we go.
It is hunting farmer. It is a composure plus animal ken roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
I think you have a specialty in rats. So
I
that's
do
an
have a
extra die.
specialty in
Yeah.
rats, yeah.
Yeah. That's just I'm gonna keep that as just a 2.
So composure, I get +1. My composure is 4, and my animal ken is 4 as well.
Well, you
Different.
failed this
Really,
roll
your
last time, even though you had.
That's
Like, okay,
Hey.
so yeah, you find
Well-
every rat that you need. basically you sort of you know how to find rats in in an urban environment, and it's basically like you're just walking down the corridors of this hotel, sort of. This, it's empty enough that there's nobody kind of lurking around, and you're just sort of like opening cupboards when you hear like a faint scratch, and
doing like
just basically like you go out to the alleyway and like kick a bin, and when they all come running out from underneath it, you just start.
Just grab some.
So you're out doing that while Javier's putting on his person.
Yeah, I walk back into the room, slurping down a rat like it's a juice box.
Yeah, I will say with that success, you can probably bring your
hunger down.
Yeah, bring your hunger down. What is your hunger at the moment?
It's only at 2.
Yeah, so bring it down to 1.
Why is it not letting me edit it?
I just imagine you walk in with like the dead rat juice box, and Javier's like, I know I said I'm starving, but I ain't that hungry.
Oh no, this one's mine. I can go get you some.
No, thank you.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd rather not. Let's get this clear. This is not my usual diet.
Do you think we could get a refund if I told them I found this rat in here?
Maybe, except for they don't know you were staying in here. Unless we did decide to have him like visible, so then they really didn't want to ask questions about why we were getting a room and putting up a do not disturb sign.
Oh yeah, no, I think we did stay visible because I didn't roll for the rouse check for Cloak of Shadows. So, unseen passage. Sorry.
Okay, then yes, that just makes it even better. They were just like, it's 3 a.m. I don't want to know. Cash only. Don't talk to me again.
Anyway, are you hungry? Like, how do we solve that? What kind of guy do you eat?
What kind of guy do you eat?
That's canon. Archie did ask me that question.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's canon. What kind of guy do you eat?
Fire just looks at you, and it is a face you cannot place. You've ruffled him for some reason.
As you make that face, I just stare at you, still slurping down my juice box rat. Just not comprehending at all.
That's great. That's perfect. So he's gonna be like, usually I just try to find, someone who looks like me who might be interested in, and he puts the little quote fingers, a new drug.
Oh, okay.
It's like, but it's pretty early. So maybe we just gotta find somebody who really couldn't wait for the party to start. I'll just see if there's like some people that are, maybe meandering about, since this is, you said, a rougher area of town anyways, right?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, this is like a slummy kind of area of town.
And what the fuck do I roll for hunting? I don't remember.
You're a scene person?
Scene queen.
Yeah, manipulation plus persuasion for you.
Manipulation plus persuasion. Yeah. Okay.
It's once you find someone which I think you've got the nose for sort of sniffing out the sort of people that you.
Literally, quite literally. I actually have bloodhounds. Okay, right, I still haven't eaten anything since that smoker.
Yeah.
So I also definitely, if I roll high enough, maybe I'll find a smoker too. Okay, so sorry, it was what and what again? It was
manipulation and persuasion.
Persuasion, okay. Manipulation, extra 1 die. Difficulty
2.
2.
This is a shitty area.
Heck yeah, 4 successes.
Okay. You your hunger will you find someone out like they're not necessarily a punk, but they're kind of punk adjacent in their their vibe and their aesthetic. You sort of get to to talking with them, like just out on the street. They're waiting for a venue out here. It's a new sort of upcoming venue that they're trying to make take off. They fancy themselves like a bit of a tastemaker in their particular scene, and they're trying to get this place to take off by sort of coming out here every time it's every night and trying to just basically get it going. And you sort of meet them out front while they're waiting for it to open, and you sort of get into a talk about just your shared interests, the scene you're in. They kind of maybe you sort of hint to them that you can make this make things take off a bit for them, and for this particular club if they sort of come hang out with you for a little bit. And anyway, you come away from it all with your hunger reduced by 1.
Then they probably think they just had a hit of the best drug they've ever had.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have reduced my hunger by 1.
Well, actually, it depends.
Yay.
If you want, you can reduce them down to 2. You may be sort of cutting close to risk territory, but you could probably take 2 dots from them if you are feeling
if I'm careful,
willing to take that risk. But I would say if you do, in this case, it might be a morality stain, just the 1. But it's up to you whether you do it or not. Because this person's not exactly the upper crust that you're fighting against in the Chronicle.
Yeah. Nah, especially if I might have to deal with this person again, especially since in theory, I have some contact advantages, but I don't yet. So, yeah, just 1. I don't want...
Okay, just the 1 then.
I want to be able to come back to this meal at some point.
You put them in the metaphorical fridge to reheat later. Right.
There we go. I feel better. Yay.
And now I think we'll cut to Leticia and Astrid at home.
I believe Astrid wakes up first, right?
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Yes.
Up, I wake up first. About an hour, but granted, that hour, like, the sun's still out, right?
Oh, it's setting. It's a sort of time that like the sort of lower humanity kindred can't sort of be awake for.
Yeah.
Or have to struggle, but like you can, but it's uncomfortable, but it's you can be awake. It's not out
but
just
I mean,
like high in the sky, but it is still out technically.
Just don't go
but,
outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just can't go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna reflect on the weird little vision thing she had, and then she's probably just gonna like shadow box in her room until she knows Leticia is awake.
Love that.
Yeah, at a certain point, I guess I'll get out of my room. Check if Astrid is out there. But I'm not the happiest. Well, I'm not ever the happiest. Like, I always look somber no matter what. But today I definitely am wearing my goth vibes even more.
It's Leticia's turn to be the sad person. You're the sad goth this time.
When she realizes someone else is awake, she'll kind of come out of her room. She'll look over. Hey,
Oh.
I had a thought, and I don't know if it's necessarily the right one.
Okay.
You know how Alice said that you looked familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible maybe she saw you through someone else's eyes?
Would I know that?
I mean, you have the ability to sort of have premonitions. and you, even though it's relatively new for you to actually get them, like you may have had them like not against your will, but like you might have had them like without
Spontaneous?
spontaneously in the
Mhm.
past. But you've only you've managed to kind of harness them for yourself now. But yeah, you've like that's something that you are familiar with that comes with some of the powers of your blood.
Hmm. I mean, it is possible.
Yeah, it's just something that kind of
Not.
occurred.
I don't know if it's through somebody else, but I can. Hmm. There are abilities of scrying that certain kindred bloodlines carry. One of which is the one that allows us to see people that use powers such as the ones that Archie has.
Is that
And
like
that's kind of the
something?
counteractive to it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Is that something the Bruja can do? Because and she's like, eventually she's like, I said I wasn't gonna say anything, but this is kind of important. I've been seeing things before I go to sleep,
Hmm.
and I'm pretty sure I'm seeing things through shithead's eyes.
Let's see. Oh, that's quite interesting. Would I know if Brujas carry auspex?
I mean, you don't. Clans kind of keep it pretty close to their chest what they can and can't do. It wouldn't be like that it's something that you like. You may not think that Bruja do because the Bruja that it doesn't seem like something that's part of their
Arsenal.
arsenal. But you've also heard of kindred who've kind of developed it. You know, you know, you know, distant, separate from their clan. Like they just sort of developed it as by virtue of who they are. Because that's a thing that you sort of know about. You know, that each bloodline has its own abilities, but there's also abilities that just kind of manifest randomly in people
Right.
based on like their personalities and stuff.
I wouldn't assume that Bruja's bloodline carries something akin to this sort of ability, but each one of us kind of gains something extra sometimes, and it's not unheard of. You might just be, how do you say, more tuned to that sort of power.
You got any pointers for, I don't know, helping that along? Because like I've been trying, but it just kind of happens.
Yeah, that's how it was at the beginning for me. I think you might be showing early signs of possible premonition abilities, which are like that. Once you open yourself to it, they come to you. Some think of it as a gift, some as a curse. Can very well be both. I say it's the same coin, just two different sides of it. It can help, but it can hurt a lot. And right at that, like you see her kind of like go in a bit, and with the sorrowful expression, and then kind of shake it off.
You okay?
It's funny that you bring this up now. I had one myself yesterday, but this time I was trying. What I saw
Good.
was not good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of wish I didn't bring this up now.
Oh no, this is just part of life, and not everything goes well, and we need to be prepared for it, no matter what. So at least now I know, and knowledge can bring a little bit more easiness when needed to be confronted, you know?
It's her
Or
turn to kind of look and like she's definitely like mulling something over when you said something, and then she kind of nods. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, you're right." Um, all right. When we get back with the others, there's some stuff we should probably talk about. But before that, I was also thinking, you got like a lot of people here, right? That work here but aren't kindred.
I don't know for how long, much longer though.
Oh, well, that's not
Yeah.
good.
You see, you have been introduced to this whole thing in a very different way than I have. It took me a long time to gain the trust of the clan and get myself to where I'm at right now. And a lot of the people that are here, the other goals, are my sire's goals, and they require blood in order to remain here because many of them are past 100 years. So once the blood that is keeping them alive fizzles out of their system, they will die. They will just become piles of ashes
Oh no.
unless Donato comes back, and I don't know if that will be a possibility anymore.
Oh shoot.
But that's we shouldn't. I probably said too much. I am not used to being around people all the time, so
No, I totally get it. Oh, geez, I'm just coming up across one thorn patch after the other. Um,
listen, don't what I it I don't want you to I wish you to see me as somebody that can give you a bit of strength. I don't want to make you more uncomfortable, so do not worry about me.
yeah, no worries at all. I'm also, I also know that this is a new situation for me, but it's not necessarily a strange one for you. Um, but for what it's worth, I think you're handling it pretty well. I don't really know what I'd be like if I was in your shoes.
Well,
Um,
I appreciate those words. Really. Thank you.
all right. Well, um, I was gonna ask if you think it'd be okay if I asked some of your people if I could maybe feed from them, but they could probably use the blood they have. So we'll just keep it there.
Um, let me maybe I have a way of helping you out. Let me just make a call. GM,
Yes.
I do have uh I I didn't fill it up yet because I haven't had time to chat with you, but I was wondering if the contact that I have could be someone at the hospital who provides me with possible like stray bodies or bodies that go up there in unconventional way,
Yeah,
maybe sneak
that's fine.
outs and stuff.
Yeah.
I put it at 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
That would work.
so would that be okay if I called that contact
Yeah.
to perhaps deliver a few blood bags from donors that were actually donating blood so that everything is okay?
Let's play out the phone call then, and then we'll
Sure.
yeah.
All right.
So they just answer with like the usual spiel, like the hospital's name, and like, how can I help you?
Yeah, hello. I was looking to talk to, what do we do? Doctor or nurse?
I think a doctor would be interesting.
Doctor would be okay.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe an
I,
Italian doctor. So you got that Giovanni sort of link
oh
to
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I would like to reach out to talk to Doctor uh fucking Italian last name. Um, Dr. Monaci. Could you please,
Just one moment. I'll put you through to his rooms,
thank you.
and then there's like a brief dial, and he's like, "Hello."
Hello, doctor. It is, Letizia Rossi.
Yeah. And at that point, he immediately starts speaking Italian. He's like, "It's good to hear from you. How are you?"
I immediately start talking Italian back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm doing all right. I wanted to see if it would be possible for me to come by and perhaps grab, um,
Our
you
and
know,
he sort of stops you. He's like, "Our arrangement."
yeah, our usual arrangement, if that,
That's. I think that's possible. Yes.
and if you could perhaps add a few fresher ones.
How do you mean?
Um, donations.
Ooh, that'll be a little harder, but I can do it if you give me a little time.
That would be all right.
It's the difference between the blood bank and the donation clinic. Since I need to try and get need to try and get in, but I think I can.
Um, one will suffice, but perhaps we could talk about setting up something new for just a little bit of time. Not too long, I don't want to.
It might cost a little money, and he seems to feel bad about mentioning money, but he's like,
I
yeah,
I thought so. We could arrange that. The funds are not a problem at the moment.
all right,
Um, I just, write up a note on the details that you think would be appropriate. And once I come by, just when do you think it would be possible for this to be
I'm on shift for
available?
another 4 hours,
Hmm.
so I would say come by at the end of my shift, and we'll.
All right. If it is not me, it will be one of the
Okay,
usual faces.
understood.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Dr. Monachi. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you. And he hangs up.
I'll I probably like told Astrid to just come with me because it doesn't matter. I usually talk in Italian, so it's not a big deal.
Yep.
But I turn around and I'm like, well, I might have been able to find something. It won't be available straight away, but in perhaps 4 or 5 hours, you'll be able to have a donation bag, which
Oh,
would fulfill your requirements, correct?
yep. As long as it's donated.
Yep.
All right.
So
Well,
that should
thank you.
be set up for a little while. Because of what I do, my sire set up a system to make things a bit easier for us.
Gotcha. All right. Well, things are coming together in more ways than one. Um, just kind of takes a breath. All right. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go back to shadowboxing until the Miss Victoria shows back up.
By the way, Victoria, do I have your number?
Going to assume we probably didn't exchange numbers, but Victoria will just show up unannounced because, I mean,
Sorry, that privilege is
we-
mine and mine alone.
yeah, and it was like reluctant because we threw him to the wolves. Like Victoria will just show up because I guess she figures that since we already made the meeting,
Yeah.
that like you guys will figure she's gonna.
Well, the sheriff
Turn
gave you
up.
like a few hours like before the meeting is actually set to happen because the sheriff's got sheriff shit to do.
And you can't even look up her number because Javier has your phone book.
That's so true.
Because
fine.
otherwise you could just look up the mortuary and then call.
Just drive over.
You can just show up.
Yeah, it's a mortuary. It's not private property, really.
Wear a veil, pretend to be a widow, you're good.
Ah.
Once you show up and like, assuming there's a moment where it's just like the three, she's gonna be like, okay, so like I'm gonna bring this up later on, but I got some more info. So you remember Mr. X, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my sire's in contact with him, or she would say shithead's in contact with him. I don't know how they know each other. I just know that they talked.
Interesting.
I saw it.
One of your little
Yeah.
dreams again.
I told her about it, but because I need to have some help figuring it out. But they're in contact. I don't know how they know each other, but they do.
Interesting.
And there's another reason why I suggested we maybe investigate him, because obviously we know he made me. There was another talk that I saw that I haven't really told anyone about. He was talking with a short man, kind of hair slicked back and everything. But he said something about the other one and that she was still there. So
Mm.
they think I might know who the other one is.
Oh.
Who do you think it is?
Victoria looks very interested in that.
Mm-hmm. One time I'm not here.
I'm originally from Dallas. You all know that, but how I ended up here in Australia is because my friend got a job offer. And well, and I was in a really bad place. I was homeless. I was living out of my car. Folks didn't want me to come back. Told me I couldn't come back. And well, Helen was nice enough to bring me along. Things were good for a while. She was making some good money. I ended up getting a job with wherever she was too. It was admittedly kind of shady. We were supposed to, take people's bloods and not really ask questions about it. In retrospect, that was stupid. Anyways, she went missing a little over a week ago. And I tried to find her one night, and that's when I got. So I'm thinking what happened to me probably happened to her.
Mm.
And if that's the
Okay.
case, like, hell, I'm letting him keep her.
That might put a link between him and this situation with the Anarchs.
At the very least, it's very tenuous, though.
It's
It is.
tenuous.
But I can
It's-
see it.
Oh,
can-
it's certainly something to consider.
Just wanted to let y'all know. I'm not saying we should tell the sheriff because there's no real hard evidence.
No, I believe this is
no,
probably better, yes,
no.
within to be left within this group.
And I'll talk to-
especially considering that you are levering accusations against someone in association with the Primogen. Might not be a great look for a first week.
Probably not, but I mean, it certainly would look on, our record if it turned out he was not on the up and up.
If we can
Right.
prove it, yes.
And
I say
if you can
we
prove it-
keep an eye on it. You have any
Yeah.
more of these dreams you share with us, and we'll take
Yep.
it from there.
And I'll tell the fellas what's up.
Letitia, I would assume you also have these sort of premonition abilities then?
Yes. I do.
So I can count on you to assist her with this? I mean, obviously
Yeah,
you're her surrogate.
That's what I've been taken upon, so yeah.
Very good. Only because she had one on her first night when she was with me, and a bit above my pay grade, shall we say.
I understand. No,
Very good.
I know exactly what Astrid is experiencing right now. It happened to me until at a certain point I could do it. They still appear out of nowhere. It was very active when we weren't investigating where my sire went. I got at least a few there throughout. So, but once you have control over it, you could actually scry on things, which could be useful. Gives a little bit of edge, but that means that also others can do that if they have this ability.
Any way to protect against that? I mean, I'm guessing not, but unless they just walk around with a blindfold all the time. But actually, let's not do that.
No.
If you fortify your mind enough, but that is also something else that is learned through blood.
But yeah, I really think he's got something to do with this. I just, and maybe that's just me talking. I mean, about my, because clearly I'm biased here, but
Perhaps a little.
I really, really think. But, obviously I'll follow your lead. If you want to investigate this, we can.
I think it is certainly a solid lead to pry into a little bit more. I say we deal with Alice and the two we've left back in the Anarch territory first. And if you should come to any more visions during that time, we can go from there.
On a less serious note, I know Archie kind of left your tub in a wreck. Do you want me to clean that up sometime?
Oh no, I'll hire someone for that. Don't worry about it.
As long as you're sure.
Oh yes, I have the funds. It's fine. If I lose the deposit, I lose the deposit, or I get Javier to do it. Yes.
Just remember, you need anything, I'm right here. Just let me know.
Of course. Well, good news. The sheriff contacted me this morning before my arrival. We have a meeting in a few hours at the warehouse where we can cover everything that we need to. See if she's got any extra information that we could use to our advantage.
Sounds good. I'll probably just
Yeah.
do my thing and just not say anything.
Perfect.
Okay. So you guys are gonna head straight to the warehouse, to see the sheriff. Archie and Javier are staying in the new barony, eating their share of people and rats.
All I can think of is if Javier does try to call Victoria's phone and no one fucking answers because no one's there.
Well, would
That's just home phones, baby.
you try to call?
Well, I definitely would want to make my way to a payphone. I'll like thinking about that 20 is like, oh, I should really probably like do something with that, but also I need change for phone money, so I'll probably just see if like there's a laundromat with a change machine that I can.
Oh, the
turn that
cashier
20 into.
at the hotel is happy to change it into coins for you.
Okay. Yeah, so now I just have like a whole bunch of coins.
Yeah, a whole
I
bunch-
jingle now.
In 20 cents, you have like what? Like you have a lot of coins. You are very heavy with coins at the moment.
I jingle.
Yeah. Heavy with 20-cent pieces.
That's fine. I already am like covered in metal and have a
Yeah.
wallet chain, so I already jingle everywhere. Unless I don't want to jingle.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not-
can make
I'm
a
not
call if you
just
want.
that. Well, the
Archie
other
will
thing
be
is,
with you.
yeah, I was gonna say, is Archie gonna follow?
Yeah.
He's gonna get to the payphone and then kind of like stare at it for a second and waffle for a little bit, and then turn to Archie and be like, "Hey, do you know how to make international calls?"
No.
Oh shit.
Why? But Victoria's just in the city. Why would you need an international call?
You know what? You're right. That can wait, I guess. So, he's deciding he's not gonna waste his change on calling Victoria. He's gonna try calling Collect because she said it was okay. And it's gonna be no fucking answer.
Yeah, it rings
imagine.
out. Victoria's already at the mortuary.
She would have an answering phone.
Okay. Oh, you do the answering machine message then.
I don't think I'd get that because when you call Collect, someone has to accept that.
Okay. Well, then nothing.
Well, then
Yeah.
contemplate whether you want to waste a couple of cents.
Yeah.
I mean, she did say, like, emergencies.
Yeah. You have coins upon coins at the moment too. If you really
Yeah,
do
but
want
that's
to
an
call.
important resource. I'm fucking broke. That's important. So, yeah, I guess
We could just rob more people. That's what we could spend our night doing.
that's what it is you left the two of us alone and we just, like, robbed a bunch of people.
I love how y'all instantly defaulted Robbie.
I am curious. I am curious if robbing that man, is punching up.
Probably not, actually.
If they can justify needing the money enough,
Yeah,
it
we
wouldn't
did.
be.
Oh, I was like, oh, you were messing with my, lost my words. You're messing with my cheat. I saw it immediately flip.
I'm just looking because I knew you wrote the tenets down, so I'm using it as a reference. Don't punch down, maintain the masquerade, and damned but not monsters. Let me have a look at Archie's.
Yeah.
Hi, Archie.
Yeah, I try my best to aid those that society already mistreats as one of my my touchstones
So
or
a
convictions.
guy that's addicted to gambling might be someone that society mistreats.
Right, yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't want to.
No part in that.
I mean, yeah, but it was Archie's idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rob a
I know
guy,
it was
yeah.
Javier's. I could swear it was Javier's.
I feel like
The-
Archie was like saying, "Rob a guy." I feel
I
like
mean, does it
For whose
matter?
honor?
because when he said it, I was
whose idea
because
because they both did it anyways.
Yeah.
when he said it, I was like, that's weird that that Archie is suggesting that. But okay. I mean, I look, I'll leave it up to you guys whether you want to take a stain for it or not, because I didn't say it at the time, and I think retroactively applying humanity stains is no good.
How do humanity stains work again?
Basically, you
Oh god.
you're giving yourself full humanity.
Yeah, that's not what
you
I
mark,
meant to do.
You mark like the empty boxes, right?
Okay. No, thank you.
And whatever you have left that's not marked is the amount of dice you roll on a remorse test. And if you pass that test, you don't go down a notch in humanity, and if you fail it, you go down one because you can't reconcile that thing you did.
You
Right.
basically accepted
Yeah.
this is who you are now.
So basically, the lower your humanity gets, sort of the easier it is for you to do bad things.
Right.
Yeah. The more you sort of plateau, because like when you get down to like 5, you've got like sometimes 3 or 4 dice to roll for a remorse test.
Thank you, Gideon.
Photos, phone booths. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably rather not take a humanity stain for that, but because I just didn't think of it either. I wouldn't have done it.
That's
if
fair enough.
thought
I mean,
of it.
maybe the guy. I mean, the guy was kind of shitty anyway. So I guess I'll say no, but mindful going forward that
Yeah.
robbing everybody is not exactly something that's so
No.
that the social justice warrior vampires would do. Anyway, so you, so you.
I don't know how expensive are like thrift store clothes, because we could probably hit a thrift store since I can't get a hold of Victoria.
Yeah, you could do that.
We'll get Archie like, I don't know, a little vest or something. It'll look like a little Han Solo vest.
Dressing Archie like one of those little like chimps that plays cymbals, or like an organ grinder music box. Put a little top hat on him. And fez.
I just don't know the how much thrift store clothing was in '82,
Oh, well,
especially not in my own country.
I mean, how much would it be? Would it be a thing out here by then? I mean,
I imagine there are like Vinnies or something,
yeah,
or like a Salvos.
like an op shop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like, yeah. I look kind of homeless.
Oh, it's been
Archie
around.
definitely looks homeless.
Yeah. They were started in 1880 by the Salvo, so yeah, they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Cool. Then we'll kill time getting some new duds. New used duds. And then afterwards I'll try calling Victoria again at some point.
No answers.
Also, I imagine Archie isn't a complete space case and might have realized why Javier was asking to make an international call.
Yeah, it took him a little bit, but I think he did probably realize.
He thinks you want to call George Lucas.
So, him not having an abundance of change and having to rely on someone else's permission for a phone might be a better thing to do.
Yeah.
Keep him broke and then he can't run away.
I think I might end the session with Archie and Javier's shopping. Like it's like a musical montage of them like trying on different clothes and sort of shaking their heads or nodding.
We're gonna. Yeah,
Is
it's
that
like
one
that
TikTok?
TikTok that
Yeah.
Blue posted.
Mostly
Maybe
because
get you your own little Dean vest.
mostly because I have a very firm idea of where the meeting with the sheriff is going and the stuff from there, but I didn't really think we would perhaps reach it as swiftly as we have, and I need a little bit more time to prepare it, and also to prepare
That's totally fair.
some other stuff.
We're gonna get Archie a pair of fucking jeans.
We're gonna force him to dress like a normal person.
Well, we did say that we needed to like look less conspicuous next time we infiltrate
Yeah.
a place. So,
That was
Oh,
Craig.
was that
Don't worry.
Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
bye, Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Get the fuck out of here, Craig. But yes, absolutely, Javier will get you a normal human person outfit since you probably forget what normal human people look like.
A little bit.
He tried to let you pick out your own outfit, but like
You just
it was
picked
like
out-
letting a toddler pick out an outfit.
You had like a
It was
tutu
just another
who had like
fur coat.
overalls and gumboots.
It was like it was like a fur coat and like novelty slippers. Oh yeah, maybe we can find you some shoes. I don't know. $20 goes a long way in 82.
I feel like his feet are like hardened
They're like-
enough to be shoes on their own.
Yeah, they're like
God.
hobbit feet.
Yeah, but at least I don't know about in Australia, but in the States, there's usually a no shirt, no shoes, no service.
No
sort
one
of
wears
thing.
shoes here.
Yeah, we don't wear shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the amount of times I've gone into the shops with people who, like my friends, just haven't been wearing shoes and shit.
Shoes are optional.
Yeah.
Cool. Y'all
I
are
feel
gonna
like-
come back, and Javier has punked out Archie.
Hunched over in a little denim jacket or something.
We're gonna have some guy time. It's
Right.
cool.
Rather than get piercings, you've just like used the existing holes in his face to like hook chains and stuff through.
Find those like clip-on piercings. But yes, absolutely. And maybe I'll even draw this. Just fucking just fucking punk out Archie. He still looks like a little rat man, but now he
Yeah.
looks like a little rat punk. It's gonna be like, I left him alone with you for one day.
Yeah, I got bored.
Maybe we'll even find some new cassettes. Well, used
Oh.
cassettes.
You might. That might be something that you find during your. Yeah, you guys should. I'll tell you what you should do. You should go into our, off camera or whatever it's called, sort of thing, and do something about your shopping and what you buy.
I'm down for that if you are, Nick.
Yeah, right.
And then I can draw it.
Right, well, thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to go ahead and raid Jess, who's doing a charity stream, I believe. Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We'll be here next week. I might do something over the weekend. On Monday, I'm going to play more Star Wars games. Did you hear what? Oh, thank you. Ooh, ghosts. Nick, did you hear what I called my Monday Star Wars streams?
No.
McClunky Monday.
I mean, it's good.
I like how your first reaction was to be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Not like McClunky Monday.
It's good.
Oh man, I forgot to give Victoria shit about the fact that she had to dance all night with fucking Frank, but I got her number.
She might have given Frank her number
I
already.
think you should
don't
go
know.
give Frank her number.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I was there the whole time.
Until you got
Slipped it in.
summoned
No,
upstairs.
Yeah, and you went into the bathroom, unless Frank followed you into the bathroom.
There was a brief
Ew.
moment.
No.
On that cliffhanging note, we're rating. Bye, everybody.
Uh,